Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about foods mentioned in the Bible. The Bible was written in a different time and place, so some of the foods mentioned may be unfamiliar to us today. Some foods mentioned in the Bible include figs, grapes, pomegranates, and dates. These are all dried fruits that are still popular today. In the Bible, they were often used as symbols of fertility and abundance. The Bible also mentions a number of grains, including wheat, barley, and lentils. These were staple crops in the ancient world and are still eaten today by people around the world. Wheat was used to make bread and beer, while barley was used to make porridge and animal feed. Lentils were a popular protein source for those who couldn't afford meat. The Bible also mentions a number of meats, including lamb, goat, bull, and swine. In the Old Testament, there are laws about how these animals should be processed and prepared. For example, the blood had to be drained from the animal before it could be eaten. Meat was often eaten with fat or oil, which was rendered from the fat of the animal. In addition to these foods, the Bible also mentions a number of spices and condiments, including honey, vinegar, salt, and pepper. These were often used to add flavor to bland foods or to preserve them for longer storage. There are also a few foods that are mentioned only once in the Bible. These include acacia, balm bdellium, cotton, gourds, honeycombs, melons, mushrooms, papyrus, and sesame. Many of these foods are still eaten today, but they've become more popular in recent years. For example, pomegranates have become popular in health food circles because they're a good source of Mushrooms are another food that's become more popular in recent years. They're often used in gourmet cooking and are said to have a number of health benefits. The Bible also has some interesting things to say about the preparation of food. For example, in Genesis 18:6, we read that Abraham took bread, which was unleavened, such as cakes, and removed the dough and gave it to Isaac his son. This tells us that unleavened bread was common in the ancient world. In fact, unleavened bread is still a staple food in many countries today. It's often used in religious ceremonies, such as Passover, when Jews are not allowed to eat leavened bread. The Bible also says the people in the ancient world drank their wine mixed with water. This was probably done to make the wine last longer and to prevent people from getting drunk. In fact, it was considered rude to serve undiluted wine to guests. The Bible also mentions a number of feasts and celebrations that were centered around food. For example, in Deuteronomy 14:22, we read that when you have eaten and are full, you shall bless the Lord your God for the good land he has given you. And do not forget the poor and the sojourner, the lame and the blind, and do not be hard on them, and do not be cruel to them. For you were once slaves in Egypt. And the Lord your God will bless you in all your produce and in the fruit of your body, in the increase of your cattle and the young of your flock which are yours, in the abundance of your grain and the pressing of your wine and the oil, and in the increase of your herds and flocks, and in everything. You shall greatly rejoice in all that you shall possess. This tells us that the people of Israel celebrated the Feast of Tabernacles every year. During this feast, they would eat food that reminded them of the 40 years they spent in the wilderness. This included unleavened bread, wild game, fruit, and vegetables. So the next time you sit down to a meal, take a moment to give thanks for the food you have. Remember that many people around the world go hungry and that we should be grateful for the food that we have. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. Until next time.